Summer is in full swing. We sure have been enjoying spending time outside, flying kites, playing with the horses, and just doing the summertime things. In the midst of all that, our first grandchild was born last weekend. It was such a beautiful, beautiful time. Children are an absolute blessing from the Lord. As much as I'm enjoying the summertime break from our little homeschool, my homeschool mom brain is very much already starting to plan for the next season. Stick around as I share some lessons that I've learned over the years as a seasoned homeschool mom, prepare a meal to bring to the new little family, and enjoy some time with the horses. Today is Monday, and after a crazy busy weekend, it feels so good to just be home. Although this evening we do have to go out to bring dinner to my oldest daughter, Abigail, and her husband. The reason our weekend was so busy was because they gave birth to their first little baby, my first granddaughter. It was such a great weekend. They actually invited me to be a part of the labor and delivery, which was such an honor. It was so beautiful watching life come into this world. What a blessing it was. Wow, it was so cool. Anyway, Monday, it has been so nice to just be home today. With the farrier come to trim the horses' hooves and just been getting caught up on the housework and the laundry and all that stuff. So as a homeschool mom, it is always fun to have a nice summer break. I think I need it, and so do the kids, although I'm only schooling one now as my oldest two have graduated. During the summertime, I love to explore curriculum and look at options for the upcoming school year, which I have been doing, and all of our books that haven't arrived yet are supposed to arrive today, so I'm really excited to unbox them and dig through them all. I love getting new school books, and it's just always a fun and exciting time. But I thought it might be neat as a seasoned homeschool mom. I've been homeschooling for 16 years, I think. So I thought it'd be fun to just share some of, I don't know if I want to call them tips, but just things that I have learned over the years. So when I first started homeschooling my oldest child, I don't know why, but I thought I had to have a schoolroom. And let me tell you, it is so not necessary to have a schoolroom. In a few houses we have lived in, we've had them, and I have found that we always tend to migrate to the kitchen table anyway. So having a special room set up is certainly not a necessity. I think for some families it could be really nice, but for me, I like to multitask. So when my kids are working independently, I might wash up the dishes or fold a little laundry or something. And if I'm in a schoolroom instead of in the general common areas of the house, I feel like I can't really do any of those things. I guess it probably just depends on your family dynamics, but you do not need a schoolroom to homeschool. So this is actually where we keep our school stuff. We have this little closet under the stairs. I'm gonna see the closet is really messy right now. Once our new books come in, the plan is to do some pretty major tidying up in there. But my husband built these custom size shelves here, and oh my goodness, it needs so much tidying up. But that's kind of where we keep our school things. And then if you just turn through my house this way, there's my dining room table, and that is where school happens. So it works out really well. We're very close to the closet. It's pretty fun. So yeah, no schoolroom needed. Everything just hangs out under the stairs and goes to the table and gets put back away every day. Okay, the next thing that I am gonna share that I learned is that it is okay to skip the crafts. I am one of the least crafty people out there. When my kids were little, I absolutely loved the curriculum, my father's world, for kindergarten and early elementary, but there are so many crafts involved, and I know it's supposed to be really fun for the kids, and I would try, this one looks doable, I think I have this stuff around the house or whatever. I had a lot of mom guilt for not doing all of the crafts, and there was a funny story at one point when my oldest two were elementary aged, and I was feeling guilty for not doing all the crafts. So one day I decided I'm just gonna lay it all out on the table, and I think probably covered the table in newspaper and got out all the supplies. I don't even know if I had to buy stuff for certain crafts or what, but I had it all laid out, you guys. It was a mess. Got the kids all set up to do their thing, and probably within 5 or 10 minutes, they abandoned ship. They went outside to play in the woods and just left the crafts all over the table unfinished. And in that moment, I realized I don't have to do all these crafts. They really don't need that. They need, some of it is fun and whatnot, but the guilt was gone, and it's okay. So if you have a curriculum that has all the crafts in it, don't feel the pressure to do them all. The next thing is just learning that they don't need to fit that public school mold. We were choosing to homeschool because there's something about that mold that we don't like and we don't want for our children, and that's okay. So when you're schooling, when I'm schooling, learning that it's okay to be outside of that, to tweak curriculum and grades and all that to meet the needs of your children. They're not cookie cutters. They aren't just walking through like a robotic system. You have them at home and you're able to meet their individual unique needs. And that was something that took me some time to learn, and I'm thankful that I did. And moving on from that one, just knowing that every child is different. In teaching my own kids, some things that came very simply to one were a struggle for the other, and maybe one curriculum worked good for one kid and the next curriculum didn't work well for this one. And for me, learning to be okay with that and to make changes where needed. Just because I got this for this kid doesn't mean I have to do it, especially if it is more of a struggle and a hindrance to their learning than it is a help. And so being okay with making those changes where necessary and getting to know your kids really well and how they learn. Then the next thing, this one's really, really hard for me, is learning to take breaks when they're needed. I am very schedule oriented, and with my older kids, it was like, we're going to start school at 9 o'clock in the morning, and this is when we're doing what, and we just would push through it all the time. And as I have grown in my homeschooling and learning my own children more, I have learned, even very recently, especially this past year, I even was reaching out to homeschool moms that have more experience than me for help and learning, if we're struggling so much with this particular subject, it's okay to walk away for a few weeks and come back to it. And we actually had to do that this past year. And when we came back to it, everything clicked for that child, and it was just really, really neat. So learning to take breaks, you can take breaks when necessary. You're not fitting a mold. You don't have a timeline that you have to get something done. You have your own needs to get done in the timeline that works best for you and your child. Homeschooling has been such a joy for me as a mom. I've loved having my kids close to me for all the years of their childhood and growing up. I've loved this analogy that I got out of a book by Karen Andriola. If you have ever checked her out, if you haven't, I should say you should. She wrote a book called Mother Culture, and in that book there was a section that was talking about planting seeds versus pulling weeds in the lives of our children, and that really impacted me, and it's something that I have kept close in mind as throughout these homeschool years, especially with my kids, I've been able to spend so much time just planting seeds in their lives instead of sending them outside of my home where I can't do that as much. And then when they come back, to be pulling all these worldly weeds out of them that are growing and taking root. I am so thankful and blessed that I've been able to spend more time planting seeds, biblical seeds and good characteristics into their lives. And it's been such a blessing, especially seeing the fruit of that in my adult children. That's been incredible. Curriculum is such a huge part of the research. What's gonna work, what's not gonna work. I'm really excited this year because we're actually not making any major changes. We are doing a lot of Rod and Staff, as well as throwing in some My Father's World. The combination has been really, really good for Eve. The only small change we're making this year is our Bible curriculum. Last year, we just were not a big fan of the Rod and Staff Bible and are going to be trying something new for us I've never done before, which is a curriculum called Not Consumed. And they have these little Bible devotionals, and I'm really excited to try those out with Eve. It looks like it'll be a really, really good fit for us. I am planning to go into this new school year knowing that I still need help, and it's okay to ask for that. I'm just so thankful to have other homeschool moms in my life, my own mom being one of them, and some good friends of mine that have more experience than I do, and they are always there to give guidance and help when needed. I also look forward to helping others if they come to me with questions, especially my own daughters someday. All right, so we're bringing food to Abigail and Sam tonight. I made these, I don't even know what they're called, some kind of an oatmeal bar thing. There's cranberries and applesauce in there, so I'm gonna pop a few of these out and put them in a container and bring those over for them tonight to go along with their dinner. Gotta try it. These are so good. Gluten-free, dairy-free. They don't need gluten-free, dairy-free, but I do. So I went ahead and made them that way anyway so that I can enjoy them too. You can't tell in this recipe. All right, we are also going to be making a cucumber. Can you see this? Cucumber salad to bring over. So it calls for 2, but I'm gonna go for 3. So the meal really is going to be this cucumber salad. I popped a ham in the crock pot this morning. That's going to be our supper as well, but I'm going to give them a good chunk of that meat. Then they have the dessert right here. Give them each a couple pieces, and then I'm going to make some sweet rice to go along with it. So they are excited. She doesn't have to cook tonight, just can chill and snuggle that little baby and enjoy a home-cooked meal. I love being able to do that. What a busy summer it's been. Lots of time with the horses, a new grandbaby to enjoy, and of course, lots of school planning for this up and coming year. Deuteronomy 6:5-7 says, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words that I command you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise." I pray I live these words out through every season of this beautiful life.